Alright everybody, before my phone dies, I would like to document my grafting today. So today's the first day I've ever grafted. It's a hot mess, but we're gonna just keep our fingers crossed and hope that we follow the directions correctly. So most often I use the cleft graft. Right here you're looking at a mulberry tree. This has been trimmed. This is a volunteer, two-year volunteer. It's been trimmed back a lot. I was gonna try to keep it in a vase form. It's not in a very good spot. I got this tree up here, and I got this crab apple that I'm gonna framework next, probably tomorrow. But anyway, since I'm putting a fence behind it, I'm thinking I might try to make it like a topiary or espalier, or who knows. I meant espalier. But anyway, just for posterity, let's see what I did here. Here's my first graft. This was a whip and tongue. This is a cleft graft. It looks like it's Grover's Best or something. Mulberry. Sorry, I'm like in and out. I can't see what I'm doing. Here's the next two grafts I did. One's Illinois Everbearing, and the other one is, I cannot read it because the sun. Sorry, I'm like all in your face. Oh, it's Illinois Everbearing also. So I just wrote it on marker on the side just because I don't have anything to mark it with right now, but I figure this video will help me figure out what I did. If we come over here, we can take a look at the pear tree. This pear tree, I lost a scion. I don't know what happened to it, so I'm kind of pissed off about that. I think her name was Leon. But anyway, this one is a Orient pear. So I got that one on there. That's a cleft. This is a pineapple pear tree, by the way. And then the other one that I did is down here. And this was a Potomac. This is a Potomac pear. So that's down here. Again, I cannot see with the sun, so apologies. So those are the two grafts I put on this pear tree. Again, there was supposed to be a third, but I cannot find it. All right, moving right along, the other mulberry. So this mulberry was a volunteer from this mulberry right here. And me and the neighbor have had a dispute over this tree a little bit, so, because it's the first time I saw him hacking at it when I first moved in. It was having whatchamacallit, branches were messing up the fence. So he's repaired the fence since then, and I've trying to do a good job of keeping the branches off. But anyway, here is the Shangri-La, and then here is the Grover's Best. I did the one where you pull up the bark a little bit, bark graft possibly. And then here I did another cleft graft with Tahama. I think this is the only one that I had. And then here I have a Wellington, and here is an Illinois Everbearing. So I did all of them with these tools here. I have my Victorinox grafting knife, paraffin, and pruners and alcohol, and my saw and my telescoping pruners to help access stuff. And I'll probably put some pictures in if I could figure out how to put pictures in the video. But anyway, in case I forget, again, this is not the best positioning for everything. I tried to keep it low, so they figured at least I'll have access to these berries, because those up there the birds get. So these will be at least within my picking range. But these are gonna possibly go up over the fence. But I figure if I can get a year's worth of growth, I can get some more scion wood and graft them to other places. So that's the plan. Just trying to figure out what I'm doing. And then this apple tree, this crab apple tree, makes like 1/4-inch diameter apples that are inedible for humans. They really are just like giant seed holders, basically. It's just like, it's just no taste, no nothing. But anyway, I'm gonna framework this crabapple tree. So maybe I'll put the video on tomorrow and see if I can do an actual video of me trying to do something with it. But that's the plan. Gonna have like 15 different varieties on this Franken tree. Cider varieties, eating varieties. All of them came from Southern Cultured Apple Orchard, which is apples that do well in the south since we have less chill hours than other people do. So I'm hoping that in a couple of years I'll have fruiting apples that are edible off this tree, because it's going to be too much work to dig it up, and I wanted to test out my grafting skills anyway, so what better use of my time and a little bit of investment to see how it goes. So anyway, signing off. See you tomorrow.
Okay, so here's the first graft that I tried, was the pineapple pear. That's finished with the paraffin tape. Here's the next graft I did, a cleft graft. Next time I'll try the modified. It'll be closer to the edge if it's similar diameter. Here's another cleft graft. It was a little messy. On the mulberry, looks like it just came out of a car accident. This garden a little bit better. Probably could make it a little bit longer, but that one wasn't terrible. This was my attempt at the whip and tongue. Not too shabby. Here's the bark graft. This one was kind of nice because it really split nicely. Here's another cleft graft. Again, kind of messy. This one was a little short, I think.